Assalamualaikum and a very good day everyone. My name is Nabilah binti Abd Talib, a postgraduate candidate from University Selangor. For today's conference, I'll be presenting a narrative literature review titled Understanding Outdoor Play Types and Their Impact on Children's Psychosocial Well-Being. According to the National Health and Morbidity Survey 2019, 424,000 children in Malaysia were determined to have mental health issues. Conduct disorder, anxiety disorder, and depression alone account for 12% of the overall burden of illness in this age range, which is 5 to 15 years old, making mental health problems the primary factor contributing to poor health. The harmful factors affecting children's psychosocial well-being include sedentary behaviors and screen usage, which are significant concerns that should be noted. In the 2017 NHMS Adolescent Survey, only 19.8% of adolescents aged 13 to 17 engage in physical activity for at least 60 minutes 5 days per week, while 50.1% spend at least 3 hours per day sedentary. They risk suffering long-term consequences if this problem is not resolved. Children learn best in an environment that offers them a range of options, meaningful learning circumstances, and opportunity to discover their interests. Voyage et al. 2021 state that the more diverse, exciting, and opportunity-rich the environment, the more neural network will develop. The ideal setting may be created for this through outdoor playing. Outdoor learning was found to reduce the sedentary time spent during typical classroom-based instruction. Children can study in a dynamic situation when their classroom is changed outside. This allows for mobility, simulation, and attention, which helps students focus more effectively. As a consequence, it will enhance classroom health and happiness, widen skill development, and promote learning and engagement. Despite various research on outdoor play and its effect, it is also essential to take note of the different types of outdoor play and the psychosocial elements that are affected to ensure that it can be implemented easily, whether in school or at home. Thus, through this study, policymakers, educators, and caregivers are able to understand the different types of outdoor play that can affect children's psychosocial well-being to mitigate the above-mentioned issues. The methodological concept for reviewing the literature on outdoor play and children's psychosocial development followed a systematic reviewing technique. The preferred reporting items for systematic reviews and meta-analysis extensions for scoping review, PRISMA SCR, criteria were utilized for this narrative review to search for suitable literature for this study. The current narrative review was conducted using OXC and O'Malley 2005 methodological framework, which include the following steps. Although outdoor play recently gained focus in the education system, there are still limited literature resources on the impact of outdoor play on children's psychosocial well-being. Therefore, the research questions addressed for the reviewers: what is empirically known from the existing literature about outdoor play on children's psychosocial? These questions serve as a guide for subsequent research in the study. Table 1 summarizes the underlying research questions and research objectives. The study relevant to the prior research were found using search strings and keywords in 4 online databases: Education Resources Information Center, ERIC, Scopus, Science Direct, and Web of Science, WOS. To help refine the search string, Table 2 shows that the search string and keywords that were used. The research team established inclusion and exclusion criteria to streamline the search and exclude irrelevant papers. Duplicate entries were removed, and the remaining papers were assessed for eligibility from the titles and abstracts. The eligible articles were then displayed in a PRISMA flowchart based on established criteria indicated in Table 2. Through the research, 490 citations were identified. Based on Figure 2, 155 articles were retrieved from the Web of Science database, 204 were found from Scopus, 104 were from Science Direct, and 27 from ERIC. 105 duplicates were removed, and 385 citations were screened by title and abstract. 330 sources were excluded from the screening process, and the remaining 55 articles were assessed through data extraction to check their eligibility. After evaluating the data, 39 articles were excluded due to multiple reasons. The reasons for conducting the study on outdoor play and children's psychosocial were different according to the study's needs. Hence, the 16 finalized papers retrieved were categorized according to the general purposes of the studies. The main purpose can be seen in most of the article, with 6 articles, were the association and relationship between outdoor play and children's well-being. Next, the second most research aim is the perceptions of the parents and teachers on outdoor play and children's well-being with 4 articles. Besides that, 3 studies research the impact of outdoor play on children's well-being. Some articles aim to develop a theory by researching the impact of outdoor play on children's well-being, documenting strategies adopted by teachers to facilitate well-being, and investigating the level of participation and engagement during outdoor play. All 16 articles identify and emphasize the 4 main outdoor play types: physical play, imaginative play, constructive play, and games with rules, while some research interpret the play types by providing outdoor play activities examples, outlining the play type subcategories, and even defining equivalent play types. Only 3 studies provided both the outdoor play types and the outdoor play activities. Meanwhile, the majority of the studies only provided outdoor play activities in their study. The remaining 3 articles provided outdoor play type only, while the other 2 articles did not specify any outdoor play types or activity in their studies. The outdoor play types in this narrative review have been derived from Piaget's 1962 and Smolinski's 1968 classification of play. Hence, based on the 16 studies and the 2 classifications of play, this research concludes that the 4 major outdoor play types are physical play, constructive play, imaginative play, and game with rules. Physical play includes locomotor, rough and tumble, and risky play. Locomotor play includes activities such as chasing, climbing, running, and leaping. It is important in child development because it aids in the development of the cerebellum at the base of the brain. Furthermore, it aids in the development of children's strength, physical competence, and confidence, as well as their ability to self-regulate. Meanwhile, rough and tumble play is distinguished by physical contact with other players. This includes rolling, tickling, and other sorts of touch-based play. Neuroscientific research has linked rough and tumble play to the development of negotiation skills and interpersonal communication abilities. It is also linked to the formation of strong emotional relationships or attachments between children and their parents, as well as the ability of school-age children to interpret emotional signals. All of these factors help to develop emotional and social skills and understandings. Finally, risky play, also known as deep play, helps children confront and overcome challenges. It comprises cultivating and self-belief in the face of adversity, as well as fostering resilience and problem-solving confidence, physical competence, and survival skills. Next, constructive play. Children engage in constructive play by making or building things out of non-meat materials such as boxes, toilet paper rolls, glue, wood, and leaves, as well as created materials like Lego. During constructive play, children are encouraged to investigate objects and look for patterns in order to determine what works and what does not. Children who gain confidence in manipulating objects enhance their capacity to produce ideas, deal with numbers, and understand concepts. When children play with objects, they set goals and challenges for themselves, track their progress toward those goals, and develop a wide range of cognitive and physical abilities and strategies. As a result, constructive play fosters perseverance and positive attitude towards obstacles. Creative play or imaginative play is a style of play in which children's imaginations are used extensively. Based on their surrounding and settings, will make up any scenario or situation. This style of play includes symbolic play, dramatic and socio-dramatic play, and fantasy play. When a child engages in symbolic representations with an available item, this is referred to as symbolic play. A stick can be used to symbolize a horse. Using symbols improves problem-solving skills and mental flexibility. Socio-dramatic play, in contrast to dramatic play, is concerned with children's everyday personal and social experiences. In socio-dramatic play, children imitate real-world occurrences while incorporating elements of imagination. It is a very helpful type of play since it assists children in perceiving their surroundings as well as processing their experiences and emotions. Fantasy play is distinguished by fantastical settings, characters, and skills such as being a hero in a zombie apocalypse. Fantasy plays allow youngsters to explore the line between truth and absurdity while also offering an outlet for the unconscious, particularly dreams and their darker portions of their imagination. Children can use fantasy and imagination to explore the possibilities of what if and to assume new roles and identities. It fosters self-esteem and self-regulation while also imparting a social skill in communication and collaboration, which are required to develop the play into a narrative with other children. Finally, role-based games. Cooperative play is common in role-based games, including winners and losers. These games are distinguished by child-controlled rules and hence differ from competitive games typically known as sports. Playing games help children learn rules, but their main developmental advantages arise from their naturally social nature. When young children play games with their friends, siblings, and parents, they learn a variety of social skills such as sharing, taking turns, and understanding the perspective of others. Although there are more than 4 outdoor play types mentioned in the 16 studies, it can be concluded that each of them can be classified into 4 categories: physical play, constructive play, imaginative play, and games with rules. This is due to the fact that each type of play is usually intermingled with the other, and oftentimes the children tend to intermix each type of play during their playtime. Nevertheless, it is shown that all 4 types of play positively impact children's psychosocial well-being. Despite the lack of research specifically on the impact on psychosocial well-being, as it is still a new concept, the narrative review considered articles that studied the impact of children's social, emotional, cognitive, and environmental well-being as well. That's it from me. Thank you.